Great. Well, we want to welcome our speaker. We want to welcome our speaker all the way from the other side of the world, from India. I've spoken to Anand, I think 4 times, and he's agreed. I asked him a couple months ago. He's agreed to come and talk to you. I was really amazed because I've watched Anand really grow on YouTube, and he's super interesting to talk to. We've talked about any topic from I think healthcare, or no, it was like, environmental, to all kinds of things. And he's super interesting to talk to. So he will tell you how he gets started on YouTube with just his cell phone. So welcome, Anand. And everyone, keep this very conversational, because that's one thing that Anand does. He does a lot of conversations, and he'd like to hear from you either in the chat where we can read it out, or use your mic, and let's have a conversation.
Thank you very much, Rachel and everybody. So I'm feeling very privileged to having with you today. Okay, so my name is Anand. I'm from India. I'm a teacher and a YouTuber. So Rachel asked me a question that you asked me a question that how did I grow on YouTube? Okay, yeah, you are absolutely right that I started with my cell phone just I think 1 year back. Okay, or it has been 12, 13 months, and I had nothing on those days except a cell phone, and even I didn't know how to create a thumbnail, so many things like that. Okay, I was knowing nothing, but I was I was very interested in YouTube, and as well as talking with people. So I started talking with people from all around the world. First, I started with talking to people from all other part of India. Later on, I found the people from like Bangladesh, Nepal. Somebody was from Kazakhstan. Even one of my friends was from USA. So I talked with these people, and I found it's very interesting, and I started putting those videos on my YouTube channel. And later on, I figured out that people are watching those videos and they are, enjoying it. So I kept doing it, and in this way, I started my journey.
And so you started, like you said, just with your cell phone, and learning how to, edit and post, and everything with your cell phone, and started really, I noticed, I think May or something of last year until now, and you're now over 50,000 followers, which I think is amazing.
Yeah, because I had started in last May, and it is now July, and I have more than 50,000 subscribers. So yeah, now I would like to take your questions. Okay.
We have welcome. Alexander says, welcome to our YouTube camp. So cool. How did you learn English? Rosemary says.
Oh yeah, Rosemary asked that, how did I learn English? My journey is quite interesting. I had no one to talk with in English, but I was very good listener. So I have been listening so many things in English. Like my interest is in spirituality. I love to, I love cricket match. So I have been watching cricket commentary in my childhood. Not childhood, you can say when I was 14 years old. Then I got interested in cricket, and I started watching cricket match. I watched so many videos, and I was listening the cricket commentary very passionately. And as well as I was always, whenever I had time, I was watching things in English, and in this way, I developed the habit of listening, and because of it, today I'm speaking English. That's all.
All right. Thank you for that question. I'm just amazed. So many people that I speak to from India, I think there's a talent for languages, maybe because you speak. I think that what I learned is that you speak more than one language growing up, because there's many languages that are in India, which I didn't know. Other questions?
Okay.
I have a question for Nat. Oh, so my question is, how do you decide who you want to speak with, and what the conversation is going to be about.
Just I was talking with people from all around the world, and I never decided at what topic I have to choose, because I'm kind of guy who can talk about anything, and I love talking about things even if I don't know about the thing. Then if my the people who is in front of me, if he is knowing about that thing, then I will just raise a question and he will giving me answer, and out of his answer I will try to give him answer as well. So that was the method only. Okay. And to be honest, it happens a lot often that we are not familiar to all the topic of this world. So we have to do one thing, that we have to just passionately listen our speaker, and we can figure out things out of his speech, and we can ask question, and asking question also can make a conversation very good.
Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you very much for asking question.
So do you decide like to reach out to those people like through YouTube as well, or how you connect with the people that you decide to serve?
Please, can you repeat your question once again? Sorry.
Yeah. How do you connect with the people that you talk to? Like you do some research in YouTube, like how you guys got connect to each other?
Okay, I got. When I started posting my videos on YouTube, I was giving my email, okay, or link of my Skype ID, and people were joining me through Skype. So that was the way through which I was connecting with people. Okay.
I would
Did you
say
open an account with that email per se, to have to work only that, or it was like your personal account, or you open an account only for that?
No, I had my one email. It is not personal. All the business email I'm getting on the same email. So yeah, I didn't have personal, but one can make personal as well. No problem. It depends on you. It's up your choice what you want to do. Do you want to create a personal email, or just you want to keep that for all the other works?
we have Alexander saying, was it hard creating videos on your phone? Were there any times that you felt like giving up?
Yeah, Alexandra, to be honest, I felt this so many often that I can't describe you. Right now it is looking like everything is easy, and now I don't feel any sort of burden. Even sometimes, even today it is happening. Okay, sometimes it looks like, okay, I don't have content, I'm lacking in content, I should give up. And to be honest, when I started making videos on this, it was very difficult, because I didn't have good camera, as well as resources that I should have, and as well as I was new to the content on YouTube. So it was very problematic on those days, and so many often I thought that no, I should give up, I can't do it. But somehow I bounced back, and I kept doing it, and today the result is in front of you. So yeah, I think all YouTubers feel the same thing once in their life, or once, not so many often, but you have to keep trying, you have to keep doing things, because when you are keep doing things, automatically you will find after some time you are figuring out the new way of doing that. So keep doing it. Yeah, it happens, and it is very natural.
We have Pius that's asking, do you have any YouTubers you look up to?
No, I don't have any YouTubers that I look up to, because I'm kind of person who believe in myself, and I think what new I can create. Okay, so I have no competition with any other YouTubers, and I don't look up to anybody. But yeah, there are so many YouTubers. They are motivational for me. They are doing different sort of work. They are just, their content is different from mine. But after all, yes, they are very big motivation for me.
Okay, we have Rosemary. Have you ever thought of giving up on YouTube? If you have, what got you to stay on YouTube?
Yes, I think so many often I felt like I should give up on YouTube. But my passion to talk with people, to do something on YouTube, to live with people, had always given me backup that you must be on YouTube, you must keep doing things on YouTube. That's all. Okay. So it is my interest to, talk with people. Right now, I'm talking with you guys, different part of the world, and I'm loving it. So this is my, that is something in which I'm passionate about. And it is just motivation for me, and it kept me on YouTube.
Hey, I got a question. So if it wasn't YouTube and creating YouTube videos, what do you think your career would be, or what would you be doing?
I was already a teacher. Okay, so I think I would be teaching. Okay, I would have been teaching because I was in this business. If I wouldn't be a YouTuber, definitely my passion was in teaching, and as well as I have a big desire of traveling all around the world. So maybe that I would have been traveling, and I think right now I have postponed it for future. But if I wouldn't be a YouTuber, then maybe I would have been a traveler up to now.
Okay.
So I have a question.
Oh, go ahead.
Wondering how you've used your YouTube channel to maybe supplement or help you teach your students. Are there videos that you put on there that they can go and watch or something like that?
Yes, I have been putting so many conversation videos, and because of it, students or people who were watching my videos, they found one thing, that I'm speaking very clearly and very confidently. So they were just mailing me on my email section that they want a class from me, and in this way YouTube helped me to get students.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. That's your question.
Oh, wow. Susan first was, do you have any favorite interview? And if so, what was the main topic of the discussion?
I think I hadn't any favorite interview. Whatever interview I had faced, I tried my best to answer, and I was trying to make it interesting. So I think all the topic are of my own interest. As little as I know, I want to speak in front of people, whatever knowledge I have about that topic. So for me, there is nothing interesting or not interesting.
And we have Alexander said, did you ever listen to podcasts for inspiration? And if so, which podcast?
Yes, I have been listening podcast, and I think more than podcast, speeches. Okay, like there are few spiritual leaders, and they are very good at their knowledge. So I have been listening them to gain knowledge from them. That's all.
Okay, and I was
And
looking.
I also
Go ahead.
I also used to listen audiobooks. Even today, I listen it. Okay, whenever I have time, I try to listen audiobooks, because it is something that is I can learn a book just within a short span of time. So this is a very good method for me to gain a knowledge through a book by listening audiobook.
Yeah, I was thinking too, when I was looking at your station and your channel, not station, but looking at that first video, it was, I think, on either mathematics or chemistry, which you are like a brilliant teacher in that. And then somehow you kind of like moved it into kind of these English conversations and teaching English. But I know, Patrick, you asked about that. And if you look at the very first one, it was like on either chemistry or mathematics.
Mathematics, it was.
Yeah.
So, I was teacher, and when lockdown started here in India, from I think in March 2020, okay, so I had no other way to do anything on YouTube. So I was I knew that how to make educational videos. So I tried to teach mathematics, because I already told in my video that I'm good at mathematics, physics, chemistry, and as well as now in English. Okay, so I'm trying my best here also. So I thought that let's start, doing something on YouTube, and because of it, I started making a mathematics video. But later on, I figured out I can do better than this in communication skills. So I started putting those videos.
What would be like one thing you wish you knew about YouTube before you started?
Before I started, I think that I would have been knowing how to edit videos and thumbnails and so many things here, because it might have accelerated my channel more than it is today.
Do we have any other questions for Anand?
Question. You said that in India there's so many languages. So apart from English, what is your main language and how many other dialects you know?
In India, apart from English, Hindi is mother tongue. Okay, most of the people in India know how to speak Hindi, but apart from that, I know 4 languages. Okay, so yeah, 4. Yeah,
Okay.
like one is Mathli, that is my mother tongue. Okay, we have one mother tongue is Hindi, that all it is being spoken in all over India. But Mathli is something that we speak in local level. Okay, that while we are interacting with our parents or people from our own locality. Okay, so there are 2 local language as well. Okay, and after that Hindi, and we speak English. So 4 languages.
Wow.
Okay.
And we have Alexandra asking another question. Do you recommend any editing tips for beginners?
Yes, I think beginners should not think too much about editing, because what happens sometimes that because of thinking too much, we don't start our work. So I will tell you that whatever little knowledge you have about editing, start doing things. Later on, you will automatically figure out that what you need to improve, right? So if you know, then better, even a little bit. And if you don't know, then don't wait for knowing editing, but start doing things. And in the other hand, you should also learn how to edit. Okay, so I will tell you, start things and go in hand. Do the both things together.
I think that's a good question. I mean, a good answer, because like sometimes people will, like we had a speaker last week that said he spent 2 years on that very first video just trying to make it perfect. And I know when I started, I probably spent a couple weeks and hours, huge amount of hours of editing a video, but I ultimately posted it. And if you probably look at it, it might not, I'm sure I'm probably a little embarrassed and it's not the best, but I decided I'm going to put it out there anyway and hope that you see that's there's going to be like an improvement over each video and you'll learn things as you go. So that's a really good answer.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have any more questions, students or staff? Anything you want to know? And I know that Anand will if you can put your email in the chat, if students, you have questions, you definitely, I'm sure that Anand would answer them later on for you as well, for sure.
Okay, so they can find my email as well as in about section of
On
my
the YouTube,
channel. So
that's how I found your email. In fact, I ended up contacting you to ask if we could do a conversation. And yeah, you have it all on that about page.
Yeah.
Which I did share your YouTube channel inside of our Google Classroom. So everyone should be able to find that and be able to connect. All right, well, thank you so much for joining us. And we are very, very grateful for, all of your experience. We can, I think it's very inspirational. I think the students were asking some wonderful questions, and we really appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to join us.
Thank you very much. Same here. It is great talking with you guys.
Thank you,
Thank you very
Anand.
much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. You're amazing.
Thank you. Hughes.
And good luck going forward. I hope that your channel continues to blow up.
I bet it will.
Thank you.
All right.